There's this St. Moses the Black quote here.
Ooh, I love him.
You fast, but Satan does not eat. You labor fervently, but Satan never sleeps. The only dimension which you can outperform Satan is by acquiring humility, for Satan has no humility. Sounds like a good way to navigate spiritual warfare.
Yeah. Well, because who's the humblest figure in all of human history? Apart from our blessed Lord, it's his mother. Behold, the servant of the Lord, be it done unto me according to thy word. The word servant there, I believe in Greek, I think is doulos. Someone in the comments can correct me. Which literally means slave. She's the mother of God. And yet she says, behold, I am the slave of the Lord. Be it done unto me according to your word. Now God sees her as a daughter, and as a spouse, and as a mother. But why does she abase herself? Well, why does she stand by as her son is being crucified? Ultimately, the Luciferian impulse is to want to write history in my own image. I can redefine good and evil. Think of the Übermensch, right? Kings saying, I can establish the worship of the gods or God under my purview, rather than looking to the rock that is higher than I. One of the reasons why the papacy in the Middle Ages was genius in the West for all of its horrible problems in the Renaissance, which led to the Reformation, in that the papacy in the Middle Ages acted as a referee to the squabbling kings of Europe. The kings had to look higher to a higher authority representing God. And because they had to look higher, they resisted. They tried to, it was called the investiture crisis. They tried to assign their own bishops. It didn't work. But because they had to look higher, absolutist monarchies could only become possible after the Reformation, where ultimately monarchs were able to accrue to themselves, once again, near absolute spiritual and carnal autonomy. And that's state theism. It's funny. It's funny because we in the West right now are so stridently about trying to develop hierarchies of political solution. If we could legislate things one way or another, we could solve all these problems. I think it's a demonic trap, honestly. Don't misunderstand me. I truly do not think for a moment that we should be removed from the political discourse. I don't think that we should be quietists and remain in a corner while we are trampled. I do think we need to take action as Christians. The prophets took action. But the solution is not making the courthouse the center of our society. There was a time when the courthouse wasn't the center of the village square. You go to old European countries, what used to be the center? It was not the courthouse. It was the cathedral. And at the center of the cathedral wasn't a pulpit. It was an altar and it was a tabernacle. It was Jesus.